Hello, this is through the Los Angeles Public Library. So we're just going to click on the databases page here, and you can see that they have quite a range of databases. They have them grouped by subject up here at the top. Then there's an alpha list. You can click to this. And just to note that databases, how they work through LAPL is that databases marked 1 may be accessed from your home computer via the web. So that's really easy. All you need is your library card number. Databases marked 2 may be accessed from any LAPL branch and the central library. And databases marked 3, which are very few and far between, they tend to be genealogy and ancestry databases. Those must be accessed from the central library downtown. So you can see, being obviously an institution serving a vast metropolitan area such as Los Angeles, there's quite a lot of resources that they have. This list goes on. But what we're going to take a look at today is their database, one of the two databases they use when they get requests for demographics information. This is Demographics Now. It's a Gale product. As you can see, it as the number 1, which means that you can access from any home computer like I'm doing right now. The other resource that they have available for demographics is called Reference USA, and that one is right here. They have a residential database and also a business database. But the one we're going to look at today is Demographics Now, and I've already taken the liberty of logging in with my library card number. So you can see right here, there's a few different things that they offer. There's business and household tools, demographics tools. They offer maps and 2010 census and more. And just a word that Demographics Now draws a lot of its statistics from the U.S. Census. This information is fairly fresh, being as we just had a census in 2010. So you can do a people lookup. And it sort of functions like Yellow Pages. You can get neighborhood information. You can look up businesses. You can also do comparative searches. You can generate business lists, and those will export into an Excel doc. But what we're just going to take a look at really quickly today is looking for demographics. So this is where you can access demographics information. So you can look up by geography. There's a lot of options here: block group, census, census tracts, congressional districts. What's quite easy to do typically is zip codes. So we'll just unnest that. And then for California, we'll just kind of scroll down to the 9,000s or 90,000, I guess, as the case may be. And so maybe we'll do Long Beach. I believe that's a 908. And we can just kind of click one box here. Now we could click a few if we wanted to do comparisons, which is a nice feature of this database. You can compare neighborhoods, but we'll just look at one neighborhood. We'll click OK. It's going to repopulate for this zip code that we've selected. This is their landing page. It's an age by sex comparison, and they just give that information. But the real filtering options and the real riches are right here under report type. And so you can do a summary, you can do a rank, you can do comparison. We're not going to do comparative data, so let's just do a summary because we're looking at one zip code. And so this sort of changes the screen that you see here. You get a little bit more rich information. But some of the options that are available, if you use the drop down, you can see that there's business filtering going on here. There's different filtering here by industry. There's consumer expenditure summary, which is kind of interesting. You can see, for instance, what consumers are spending, demographic detail summary, summary with index trend summary, executive summary with charts, households. And so you can also see there's a retail sales potential summary down here. That's kind of interesting for perhaps some of our courses on marketing. And here's the view that pops up. So here's a retail sales potential. You can see the overview, and then down here are aggregate dollars, average dollars, percent of the total population, and the index number. And this is based on, so this is looking at retail and some expenditure dollars. And you can see the various categories over here on the left-hand side, quite a range of items here that are accounted for. So that's just the retail sales potential. Again, you can look at the household summary, so you can kind of get a snapshot here using this information, this filter. And it'll take a moment to populate. So again, this is sort of looking at our zip code, looking at 2011, and it gives you a comparison of the previous census, 1990, 2000, 2010. Here's a projection over here, and here's a percent change calculated. So size of household, here's who's in the household, talking about vehicles. And the other thing I just wanted to show is, so let's look at a demographic detail summary of this area. And so what this will do is break this out into some demographics. This information can be useful. And then one other view here I wanted to show, which is, let's see, is the Mosaic Population Index Summary. So what Mosaic refers to is much like Claritas, which had the market segments, which look at the various groupings of lifestyle and demographic types by geography. Demographics now breaks that information out, and they just call it Mosaic. So here's the Mosaic Industry Index Summary. Here's the cluster. So Group A is Power Elite, and you can see the population 2011 and the percentage. Flourishing families, booming with confidence, suburban style. We get down into here. Here's where we start to see some real numbers for this geographic area. So we have thriving boomers, and then that breaks down into subcategories: full pockets, empty nests, no place like home, unspoiled splendor. Go down here, we see young city solos, status-seeking singles, urban edge, and so on and so forth. So that's quite interesting, but you're wondering, well, how do I tell what the Mosaic Summary is about? Who is this population? For instance, what does urban edge refer to? Well, you can go up here to Help and Info, unnest this, and you can look up Mosaic USA details. So if you click on that, it's going to bring up this details list here. If you click on this PDF here, what this will do will open up a report which explains their methodology. It explains what the Mosaic segments are based on, how they look at that and do their analysis. I believe it's something like an 8-page PDF. These are all downloadable, by the way, as PDFs, so you can download any of these. So here's their report, their Mosaics report. And here is a little bit of an introduction. They're talking about some key consumer dynamic shifts in the past 5 years. Some more use Mosaic 2. They give you some functions suggested here. And if you scroll down a little bit further, it's going to start to break out into how they do their segments. Talks about their global network. And again, further here, they're explaining their group and segment structure. And we'll see these numbering and nomenclature categorizing if we open up a record individually. So again, this is downloadable as a PDF. But if we go back here and let's go to, I think Urban Edge is what we were sort of looking at in terms of our zip code. Here's Urban Edge right here. This will open up. Again, we can save this as a PDF down here. You can save it. You can print it. You have these options to magnify and so forth. So if we look at this, again, we remember their system, their numbering system, and then we're looking at their breakout. This is G25, Urban Edge, younger, up-and-coming singles living big city lifestyles located within top CBSA markets. And so we have an overview here, key traits. We look at rankings, a little bit of visual information here. This is an overview map which talks about where Urban Edge can be found, the sort of clusters and concentrations of Urban Edge. There's a little description. There's some nice descriptive information here, actually. I believe probably a bit more textual analysis in a written description than Claritas had. So there's an overview here, demographics and behavior, who we are, where we live, a description, again, how we live our lives, how we view the world, how we get by, digital behaviors, and then it's going to break out into some actual data here. And I believe that these are calculated on an index and median. So you have index information here, and I believe the median percentages are here on the right-hand side. So there's household information, family structure, ethnicity, children, socioeconomic levels, length of residence, urbanicity, type of property, the year the property was built, current home values and ownership information, educational information, educational attainment, occupation, household occupation information. Here's estimated income, discretionary spend estimate, banking and investments. So you're getting to see there's some fairly rich data here. And then we start to get down, here's financial accounts, economic outlook, purchase propensity, consumer confidence, socioeconomic information. And so further on down, we start to see lifestyle and media behaviors. Here's newspaper, and they actually break it out into the major papers that are read. And I thought this was interesting to actually talk about the sections that are read: business, finance, classified, comics, editorial, magazines over here that are read, how we live our lives. So here's TV behaviors, actually types of television, method to see what's on television, TV viewed. Then we get into gaming, state lottery, casino. Here's arts and entertainment broken out. So there's really a kind of a wealth of information here. How we live our lives, sports watched on television, vehicle classification, just a nice profile here, again, of Urban Edge. So really, that's about it. Just a quick snapshot, again, where we've been spending some time is Demographics Now, one of the Gale databases available at the Los Angeles Public Library databases page, lapl.org. Okay, thanks so much. Take care.